moment the game ended Thursday night, I was looking forward to Sunday to kind of change things, change the narrative a little bit.
Stewart in the corner. You bet!
New York is really moving and sharing the basketball well.
Breanna Stewart, a historic line tonight. 21 points, 8 rebounds, and a finals record 7 steals.
Stay true to who the New York Liberty are. And if we can do that, we can overcome any obstacle.
The 2024 WNBA Finals are even at a game apiece.
The 2024 WNBA Finals head to Minnesota for Game 3, so you know we had to get you ready by going in the bonus. The series is tied 1 game apiece. That is pretty remarkable when you see that the Liberty, they've led for more than 81 minutes of game time. The Lynx have only led for around 3.5 minutes, but still, they split in Brooklyn. And that leads us to this pivotal Game 3, where the winner of that game goes on to win the finals 71% of the time. The last team to lose Game 3 of a tied finals and win the series was the 2017 Lynx, led by Maya Moore. And speaking of UConn GOATs, Breanna Stewart is coming off a WNBA Finals record 7 steals in Game 2. Her defense against fellow Husky Nafisa Collier down the stretch was such a key in knotting up this series. But we got to talk about her offense, too. She is a force. Her over 22 points per game is the second highest by any player in WNBA Finals history, behind Hall of Famer Cynthia Cooper. The 2-time MVP herself, Breanna Stewart, joins us now. Breanna, thank you, as always, so much for making the time. And when we set this interview a couple of days ago, right, the intention was to dive into the series, and we will certainly do that. But this week, it was reported that your wife, Marta, received a threatening and homophobic email. What happened there?
Yeah, it came after the Game 1 loss. And, sometimes people are taking things a little bit too far and too out of context. And Marta had gotten homophobic death threats. A few other things have happened, but just making sure that we're doing as much as possible to continue to or make sure that our team and the league is aware of the situation and continue to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, this is in light of a very public discussion right now this season surrounding the W, the level of racism, of homophobia, of hate that players are receiving. What do you say to one another when this happens?
I think what we say to one another is, inside of this league, it's kind of like, why is this happening? Because we are the most inclusive league in all of professional sports, and I can say that with confidence. But there's no place for hate, homophobic racism. We want to continue to make sure that not only am I using this platform to make sure that we're keeping it consistent and really putting the pressure on the league to keep us safe, but knowing this is happening not only in this league but really around the world, and it's unacceptable.
Thank you so much for sharing that, and I hope that this is a step forward in the conversation and seeing some changes around this discourse around the W and, as you said, the world right now. As I said from the start, Stewie, we set this interview to dive into the finals, and I do want to do that because it has been an exciting series. It got close again toward the end of Game 2 on Sunday. What did your team do differently this time around that helped you close it out?
What we did differently in Game 2 was we just continued to talk to each other and be like, all of the things happened very similarly from Game 1 to Game 2, but staying together, knowing that they were going to make runs, but we're going to continue to use our momentum, push the pace, rebound, and really finish play strong. I think that, the way that we finished the fourth was something that we weren't all surprised by, but we were really proud of the way that we came back after Game.
I mean, your defensive performance in Game 2 was outstanding. You even set a finals record with 7 steals. How much were you just fueled by trying to avenge the end of what happened at Game 1?
Absolutely. I mean, ever since that Thursday night, I was waiting for Sunday. I wanted another opportunity to be back, to change the narrative a little bit. From Game 1, I want to be in all those high pressure situations, and sometimes the ball doesn't go in the basket, but knowing this is a series, knowing that I had another opportunity to get back to my team, and we continue to stay together and really move together throughout this entire series.
And you certainly have done that. But speaking of defense, you're no stranger to the Defensive Player of the Year, Nafisa Collier. How has it been matching up against your former UConn teammate? Is there a better trash talker here? What's going down?
Honestly, not a lot of trash talking, just a ton of respect between Fee and I. She was my freshman when I was at UConn, and really just proud and impressed with the way that she's continued to grow and evolve in this league. And with that being said, trying to make everything really, really difficult for her in this series.
It's been so much fun to watch you two go back and forth. The series go back and forth. We cannot wait for Game 3. Stewie, thank you so very much, as always, for making some time for us here on NBA Today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
The Liberty evened up the series at 1 game apiece Sunday, so we're going to have that pivotal Game 3, best of 5 WNBA Finals tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, 7 Central on ESPN and the app. WNBA Countdown tips off our coverage. That's at 7:30. By the way, that's 6:30 in Minnesota.